The sun rises over a quiet American town. Birds flutter across the schoolyard. The wind is soft, the kind that usually carries laughter and dreams. But for some, it carries fear. A yellow school bus screeches to a stop in front of Hazel Ridge High School, a modern building lined with bright banners and freshly painted lockers. Students pour out, loud, laughing, tossing footballs, hugging friends. Amid the noise, one girl steps down quietly. Her name is Naya Carter, nerd 15, dark-skinned, curly hair pulled into a bun, carrying an old faded backpack. Her eyes, large and kind, hide a storm behind them. She adjusts her hoodie and walks toward the entrance, clutching her books to her chest, like armor. Narrator, VO. Some people walk into school with smiles. Others walk in praying they'll survive another day. Inside the hallway, the sound of laughter echoes, but not the good kind. The kind that feels sharp. Like glass. Cut to Hazel Ridge High School, hallway. Continuous. Naya walks slowly, her sneakers squeaking on the polished floor. Around her, students in designer clothes chat about parties, dances, and phones. She passes a group of 3 girls leaning against lockers. Brittany, 17, Lila, 16, and Sasha, 16, the queens of Hazel Ridge. They notice her immediately. Brittany smirks. Brittany, low to her friends. Here comes the charity case again. Lila giggles. Lila, does she ever wash that hoodie? Naya keeps her head down, pretending she can't hear. But she does. She hears everything. As she passes, Brittany sticks her foot out. Naya stumbles, her books flying. The hallway goes silent for a moment, then bursts into laughter. Sasha, oh my God, did you see that? Laughing. You walk like a baby deer. Naya kneels, quietly picking up her books. Her hand trembles as she reaches for one. Someone steps on it. Brittany's white sneakers press down on her fingers. Brittany, don't pick up my hallway trash. Her tone drips with venom. Naya, softly. In pain, please. Can you just move your foot? Brittany leans closer. Brittany, what was that? Speak up, charity girl, narrator, VO. She didn't cry. She never cried. That was her rule. Crying gave them power. Brittany finally moves her foot. The girls laugh and walk off. Naya presses her hand to her chest, fighting the urge to break down. Classroom. Leternaya sits alone in the back row. The teacher, Mrs. Reynolds, drones on about Shakespeare, her voice distant, but Naya's mind isn't here. She stares out the window. Her reflection in the glass looks tired, older than 15. Her notebook is open, filled with doodles and poems. On one page, she's written, "Someday they'll know my name. Not because I was weak, but because I survived." The classroom door opens suddenly. Brittany walks in late, chewing gum, throwing her bag onto the desk in the front. Mrs. Reynolds, Miss Brittany. You're late again, Brittany, flashing a fake smile. Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds, traffic. She winks at Sasha and Lila sitting nearby. They snicker. During class, Brittany turns around, whispering across desks. Brittany, hey. Naya, you going to the dance Friday? Naya shakes her head silently. Brittany shouting so everyone hears, oh, that's right, you need a date first. The class laughs. Even the teacher sighs but says nothing. Narrator, VO. It's not just the bullies that break you. It's the silence of everyone who watches and pretends they can't see. School cafeteria, afternoon. Naya sits at a corner table with her tray, barely touching her food. Across the room, Brittany and her group laugh loudly, surrounded by other students. They film TikToks, mock teachers, and pass cruel jokes. Suddenly, one of them points at Naya. They start laughing. Sasha, she's eating alone again. Let's give her some company. They walk over. Naya stiffens, gripping her sandwich. Brittany, hey, lonely girl. Mind if we join? Before Naya can respond, Brittany knocks over her drink. Orange soda splashes all over Naya's lap. The cafeteria bursts into laughter. Naya's eyes water. Naya, please. Stop. Brittany, what's wrong? You don't like our attention? Narrator VO. Humiliation becomes normal when no one defends you. A janitor quietly approaches to clean the mess. He looks at Naya with pity, but he doesn't say anything either. Naya stands up and walks out. XT. School backyard. Laternia sits behind the bleachers crying silently. Her hands tremble. She takes out her phone and opens a message draft addressed to her mom. It says, "Mom, can you pick me up early today? Please." But she doesn't send it. Instead, she closes her eyes and whispers, "Naya," whispering, "Just one more day. I'll make it through one more day." Ent. Naya's house. Night. The house is small but warm. Her mother, Maria Carter, a 35, works late shifts as a nurse. She's exhausted but loving. A single mom trying her best. Maria enters the living room and finds Naya asleep on the couch. Homework scattered around. She smiles sadly, brushes Naya's hair. Maria whispering, "You're stronger than you think. Baby." She covers her with a blanket and heads to her own room. Narrator, VO. She didn't know that tomorrow, the world would take everything from her. Int. School hallway. Next day, the next morning feels different. The sky is gray, the air thick with tension. Naya walks slowly through the hallways. Students glance at her, whispering. Something feels off. She opens her locker. A photo falls out. It's her face, printed on a flyer, with the words written in marker, "The Freak of Hazel Ridge High." Her hands shake. Tears well up. Narrator, VO. They had taken her dignity. And now, they wanted to take her spirit. Brittany appears behind her. "Brittany, you like it?" Thought the school should see who they're dealing with. Naya turns, trembling. "Naya, why are you doing this to me? What did I ever do to you?" Brittany smirks. "Brittany, you exist, and that's enough." Then she pushes Naya, hard. Naya hits the ground. Sasha kicks her books away. Lila laughs, filming on her phone. Naya, crying now, "Stop it. Please stop." The hallway starts to crowd. Some students record. No one helps. Brittany grabs her by the hoodie and yanks her up. "Brittany, let's teach you how to disappear." Then, she shoves her, harder than ever before. Naya's head slams into the edge of a metal locker. She collapses instantly. Blood trickles from her temple. The hallway freezes. A girl screams. "Sasha, oh my God." "She's not moving!" Narrator, VO. And in that silence, a life began to fade. Int hospital room. Night machines beep. Naya lies unconscious, pale. Fragile, tubes in her arms. Maria stands by her side, tears flowing endlessly. Her shaking hand brushes her daughter's cold fingers. Maria sobbing, "Please, baby. Open your eyes, please." Her knees give out. She collapses beside the bed. Narrator, VO. That night, something inside her broke. But something else. Woke up tut int. Principal's office. De Maria stands before Principal Harrison, who looks nervous and defensive. "Maria, those girls almost killed my daughter. What are you doing about it?" Principal Harrison misses. "Carter, we're investigating. We need to follow procedure. Maria, procedure. My baby is in a coma. And you're talking about procedure?" Principal Harrison, the school district. Maria, snarling. "The school district can go to hell." She storms out. Narrator, VO. They thought she'd break. They didn't know. She was already broken. And broken things can be dangerous. NT. Hospital room. Late night, Maria sits alone in the dark, staring at her daughter. The monitor beeps steadily. She whispers to herself, "Maria, you hurt my baby. And you think you'll sleep peacefully? You think the world will forget what you did?" Her eyes fill with a dark resolve. "Maria, you took everything from me. Now, I'll take everything from you." Narrator, VO. Revenge doesn't begin with anger. It begins with silence and a promise. The rhythmic beep, beep, beep of the heart monitor fills the room. Naya still lies unconscious, pale, lifeless, trapped between two worlds. Maria sits beside her daughter, eyes hollow from sleepless nights. The fluorescent light above flickers. She clutches a small notebook, Naya's poetry journal, the same one filled with her drawings and words. She reads one quietly, her voice trembling. Maria reading. Someday they'll know my name. Not because I was weak, but because I survived. Tears spill silently down her face. Maria whispering. You will survive, baby. I promise, and they'll all remember your name. She stands slowly. The reflection of her tear-streaked face in the hospital window hardens into something colder. Determination. Narrator, VO. A mother's love can heal. But when the world wounds her child, that same love can destroy. End. Maria's house. Midnight the so. House is dark except for the dim glow of a laptop screen. Maria sits before it, her eyes locked on her target. On the screen, the Hazel Ridge High School website, student records, social media pages, the principal's staff directory. Click, click, click. She opens Brittany's Instagram. The smiling face of her daughter's attacker flashes across the screen. Hundreds of likes. Comments, party photos. Maria clenches her fists. Maria, they laugh, while my daughter fights for her life. She begins printing screenshots, messages, posts, bullying videos. She's gathering evidence. But deep inside, it's not justice she wants anymore. It's something darker. Montage. Maria's plan. Dramatic slow-motion shots play as music builds. Maria standing in her nurse's scrubs, slipping hospital gloves into her pocket. She buys a burner phone, anonymous SIM card. Late night, she hacks school forums, spreading anonymous posts exposing bullies' secrets. She walks past the school in the rain, staring at it like a battlefield. She whispers to herself, no more mercy. Narrator, VO. She didn't need a weapon. She had the truth. And truth, when used right, can burn like fire. NT. School hallway. Day the following week, Hazel Ridge High buzzes with chaos. Students whisper in corners, staring at their phones. On screen, students. Phone's anonymous messages flood in. Brittany Harris, expelled for bullying last year in another school. Leela's dad under investigation for fraud. Sasha caught cheating in. Exams. The entire school trembles under rumors, but none of them know. It's Maria behind it all, and teachers. Lounge, same time, Principal Harrison storms in, holding printouts. Principal Harrison, who is leaking student records? Teachers look at each other nervously. Narrator, VO. The system that protected the bullies was crumbling from inside. One secret at a time. Parking lot. After school, Brittany walks to her car. Frustrated. Students whisper as she passes. Student. Wanyo. That's the girl who almost killed Naya. Student number 2, her college offer got canceled. I heard. Brittany stops in shock, pulls out her phone. Hundreds of hateful comments flood her latest post, online comments. Monster. Hope you rot. She deserves jail. Her face pales. She throws the phone. Screaming, Brittany, who's doing this to me? NT police station. Night Maria sits in front of an officer, calm and composed. Officer James, ma'am, I know you're upset. But revenge doesn't fix things. Maria, revenge? Soft smile. I'm just telling the truth. You call it revenge. I call it justice. She slides a folder across the table, filled with videos, screenshots, medical reports, and witness accounts. Officer James, where did you get all this? Maria, let's just say, I learned how to stop being helpless, int. School auditorium. Next day, the school holds an emergency assembly. Principal Harrison stands at the podium, visibly tense. Principal Harrison, there have been serious allegations and online exposure involving students. Suddenly, a projector flickers on behind him. Video footage plays, leaked clips of Brittany and her friends bullying Naya, laughing as they record her fall. The crowd gasps. Brittany stands in the middle of the auditorium. Frozen narrator, VO. The truth doesn't knock. It kicks the door open. Students record the moment. The internet floods with outrage. Within hours, local news picks it up. Teen girl in coma after brutal bullying at Hazel Ridge High. Shocking video leaks. NT. Hospital room. Same night Maria sits beside Naya, holding her hand, watching the TV coverage. Reporters mention her name. Maria Carter, mother of the victim. She looks at Naya, whispering softly, "Maria C., baby, they know your name now. You survived, even if you haven't opened your eyes yet." Her tears fall on Naya's hand. For a moment, a finger twitches. Maria freezes. Maria, gasping, "Naya?" The heart monitor quickens slightly. A flicker of life. Narrator, VO. Sometimes. Justice gives life to the broken. XT. School grounds. Day. 1 week later. Police cars and news vans surround Hazel Ridge High. Brittany and her friends are escorted out in handcuffs. Their parents scream, beg, but the cameras don't stop. Principal. Harrison resigns publicly. The school board issues an apology. The same halls once filled with laughter now echo with silence. Narrator VO. A mother had destroyed the system that protected monsters, but what she wanted most was still lying in a hospital bed. NT. Hospital room. Sunset soft orange light fills the room. Maria reads another of Naya's poems aloud. Maria reading softly. "When the world turns its back, I'll build my own light," she smiles faintly. Suddenly, a weak whisper. "Naya, OS, Mom?" Maria freezes. The book falls from her hands. Maria, tears flooding. "Baby? Baby, I'm here!" Naya blinks weakly, confused but alive. "You did. Did I make it?" Maria, crying, hugging her gently. "Yes, baby. You made it." The monitor beeps steadily again, outside. The sky glows gold. A new beginning. Int. Courtroom. Months later, Brittany and her friends stand in orange jumpsuits, facing the judge. Maria sits in the back, holding Naya's hand. Her daughter now healed, but forever changed. Judge for your actions, which led to severe injury and emotional trauma. This court sentences you to juvenile detention and community service. Brittany turns around. Her eyes meet Naya's. For the first time, there's fear and regret. Naya looks back calmly. "Naya, you took my voice once. Now, I'll use it to make sure no one else loses theirs." XT. School Memorial Garden, Daya. New garden blooms outside Hazel Ridge High. A plaque reads, "In honor of those who were silenced by cruelty, may their voices rise forever." Naya speaks at a microphone to students and parents. "Nayahi, forgive. But I don't forget, because forgetting means it could happen again." Maria watches proudly, tears in her eyes. Narrator, VO. Revenge can shake the world, but forgiveness, that's what rebuilds it.